Alright. It's a button! It is. I can have fun with things like that. I can do stuff like that. Oh no, if I only remembered which image that was, I could put it on here too. Map. I like how he came up right before the live feed came up. I know, right? I get to have some fun every once in a while. If you go back and watch some of the other live streams that I've done, he's popped up in several of them. Yay, Pet the Assistant.
Sunny_Ruth Pet the Assistant.
I changed the name of it. So it's the Assistant of the Month. And we are now buttons points instead of just buttons. Because I couldn't stand not having it be 2 words. And I'm not 100% sure what to make it quite yet still. So buttons points it is. So like channel points, but buttons points. Let's see. Let's do just double checking everything, making sure everything's working correctly. I want to do where am I? I'm looking for something specific. So I saw my son and his friend, actually his friend's stream, Mr. Peekaboy, who's been in here before, did a stream that I thought was kind of fun. It was very simple, very simplistic, but it was like, oh, I kind of like that idea. I kind of like that that's what he did with it, and it's very similar to what I just had on the screen, which was buttons being able to pop up like that. And I was like, I could do something like that. That'd be fairly easy to be able to do. And I can do it. I'm trying to set it up right now while I'm doing it. Okay, so let's make this transform fit to screen. So like this is, I can put this on the screen. I can make him any size that I want. And I can just move him around. Hi! I can bounce him around different places. I can turn him. I can make him come in from the side. Hi! Yo! Those kind of things. Depending on where I layer him in this scene too, I can put him behind certain things, or I can put him in front of certain things, just depends. Let's see if I can find that was one. No, it's not that one. There it is. Put him behind stuff. Whee! So, a little fun. Then you can make him go away. Ooh. Something I could use for something at some point, but what that is, I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll figure it out. I actually have a bunch more abilities to do things now, so I've been messing around more and more with like the move transitions for OBS and stuff like that. So if you haven't seen, the move transitions are the ones that do this, so they make things fade out and disappear and stuff like that. Oh, that's funny that the little image is there. So it moves things back and forth. Oh, resets the... Oh, interesting, because the music's not on there? I made some changes, so now I have to figure out what I did wrong. Okay, so that would be a source, a browser source. That was the Spotify info. Yeah. Every time it comes back up, it has to reset itself. So as long as it stays on the screen... it shouldn't reset itself. There we go. We fixed it. We fixed it. But the move transitions allow us to do different things. I'm still trying to figure out how to individually make things move around or disappear or come back. Because right now this is just kind of like basic. They all just do what they want to do. But supposedly you can go through and specify what each one does. But it comes with a whole bunch of different... I've also got a new filter one called User Defined Shader. Load shaders from text file. So I can browse... Actually, you know what? Some of these actually break the stream. So let's not do that right now. I will do that off stream. Then we can play with that some more later. But yeah, fun little things we can do. Mess around with stuff. I think I want to change I think I want to change this. There we go. Assistant of the Month patch. There we go. Kind of liked it the other way, but this way it doesn't get cut off by the chat over on the right hand side. Much better. Okay. This is all part of live. Doing things live. Live at the bowl. There you go. Assistant of the Month patch. I think that's the so that must be the max character size for Twitch chat, which is fine. Which means we can actually make this a little bit bigger so that people can see it. Don't want it to take up too much of our photo either, because little kitty's being cute. Okay. Well, let's make sure. Let's pet our assistant real quick again.
Tahoe Anime Pet the Assistant.
Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so got that. The other thing that we want to get up on the stream for today is our next challenge, because our assistant is ready for his treat. So let me go over to Power Up and Rewards, Manage. I've got it already set up. Let's go ahead and press the Start button, Start Challenge, and bam, we should be live with our new challenge. Look at that. Yay. Alright, let's check it out. It says, our assistants work very hard, so sometimes they need a little treat to show them our appreciation. Once we reach our goal, I will record and share a video live on stream of our treat being delivered. So that's our community challenge, special treat for our assistant. And he's just a eepy little guy. Even though he did chase a fly yesterday for about 30 minutes, it was cute. A little sad because he can't hear anything anymore, so he didn't know where the fly was until it flew basically right in front of his face, and then he could see it, and then he could go after it. But yeah, he was the perception and, you know, visibility on the sides and stuff like that may be a little bit fuzzy now. He's getting old. He's 19, so he's doing his best, but it's a little hard for him. But it was cute. He was trying to do his job. His job is to kill the bugs, the flies, all those things. Look at that. Sunny with the 2K already in the chat. Already on the challenge. Bam. Yeah, I'm hoping to get, I have to do some more research on how other streamers do giveaways on the channel. I know there's a way, like, you can set it up through the channel points and through the bot, like through my Fire bot, that like when somebody redeems a certain reward, then it will make me like a list of people, and I can like do a spinner or something like that to then pick somebody for some kind of giveaway. I've seen that. I don't know how they do taking care of people's information. Like if I ask for somebody's address, that's kind of, I gotta figure out how that works. I just had a customer come in and hold up her hands going, how? I'm thinking to myself, I'm not Native American. Maybe they wanted all the money in the register? I don't know. Maybe. But I know, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that, because I feel like that's getting people's addresses or mailing addresses is kind of a sensitive issue. Not to mention, I don't want to send something with my mailing address on it either. So I have to figure out, I want to be able to do something like that, because I feel like if I set a goal of somebody can redeem, like I said, 50,000 points or buttons points, or maybe even 100,000, like we did with the last one. That would have somebody would have to save up a whole bunch. Like I could send them books or signed books or stickers or something like that. Maybe the stickers would definitely be less, but I'd have to figure out how to make that work. I think that'd be a cool, fun little thing to do. Since I'm on streaming so much, could take me a month maybe to get what, 50 or 100? Take you a little bit more than a month for 100. Yeah. Because you get, how many points do you get per stream? So because today's is only going to be 2 hours. Maybe if I streamed every day. Yeah, that's a thing. Or maybe if I stream for longer, maybe 6 hours, double up the time. Those eyes have nose on them. Okay. I haven't done the math as to how many I get. You seem to be getting like 1,000. I'm gonna get 20 every 5 minutes. I don't want to do math. I did a bunch of math already this morning. Okay. In the meantime, while you're doing maths at work where you're doing other maths, we are going to do $100 for every bonus I get. There's got to be at least like 10 bonuses. 5 bonuses? 500 participating in a raid. Dude, there's so many places you can get the buttons points. Just channel points in general. B-Shack has contributed 132 total to the special treat for our assistant. Thank you, B-Shack. Yeah, we have a new assistant up and going today. This is Piat. Okay, let's do. We want these 3 things. Hold on, we're gonna move them to the front so that they can be. Bam! There he is. He's cute. Alerts. Where is chat at? There it is. Let's put chat there. I'm not listening but watching. I can only assume Tahoe is rapping and beatboxing. Yes, I am. I'm rapping and beatboxing. I wish I had subtitles on for you so you can hear the rapping and beatboxing. Can you still... Oh, that's a good question. Boots and cats and boots and cats. I think those need to be faster. Oh, no, that works out fine.
Tahoe Anime Pet the Assistant.
Oh, assistant. Okay, there it is, pet flippers. I want to. I want to do it again on here. Just to make sure it's working correctly. Yeah, there we go.
Tahoe Anime Pet the Assistant.
Okay, I think we did the thing I wanted to do. Okay, so back to our fancy dancy there. Back to our graphic that we're working on today. So, a while ago, Dreamer put up a poll about what character that people wanted to see like Buttons do a cosplay of, and the results came back as Ninja. So we are going to work on Ninja Buttons today. So the question is, what does a ninja look like? What does a ninja look like to you? What characteristics give Ninja a ninja look? Are we going like Ninja Gaiden style? Like minimal, cut off sleeves? Are we going more Naruto, headbands? Are we going like hoodies, covered face, mask? Does he need a sword on his back? Is he just running around with shurikens in his paws? When we think of ninja, are those kind of the staples of what we're looking for, what we're thinking about? Do I do a reference to Naruto with the little headband? Just for shits and giggles? You know what I mean? Is Ninja just simple for this little black cat just being a little headband? I know they usually have some kind of like blue. Not purple. Ooh, I have an idea. Yeah, where is it? Oh, it's up here. I'm gonna have to remake it, which is fine. Let's see. Mess around with some of this. Nope, wrong button. This one. There we go. Want the outside to be black, inside to be clear. We want the that to be clear, that to be black. Okay, so we should combine these two. Yep. Combine these two. Yup. Then what we'll do is we'll actually just get rid of these guys. Because nobody likes a half-eaten fish. Right? I think that's a thing. There's another one there. Go away. Something wrong here. Aha. Secret hidden one. Let's see. Something like that. Looks funky, but it works. Something's off. Not sure what. It's got a little pull on it. That's got a little pull on it. Definitely need that. And better. Make him a little fish headband. Let's see. Let's add. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Something fun like that. Right, Sonny? Ninja? That work? Something like that? Okay, so we can do... We'll add a few points in here. This way we can let's do that. Do that. We'll add one more here. Let's add one here. We're trying to replicate like folds, right? So it kind of looks like it's bending around him. Has a little bit more weight than rather than just a flat little piece of material. Kind of what we're going for. We're kind of getting that Ninja Turtles vibe slash... Oops, wrong button. There we go. Path plus. Just add one more for just and giggles. Right? Look, sometimes I know what I'm doing, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. It just depends. Depends on the day. Today, I might be onto something. I spent a lot of time with Ninja Turtles during my early years, so I should have reference for this. Keyword should? But Ninja could be basically whatever we want. We don't have to make it so specific. I like this, but I think this is too big. Yeah, something fun like that. And we can add different shadings and stuff on it too. We're gonna add some more stuff to it. Question is, does he need a little some kind of clothing? Do we need to give him some kind of clothes? Okay, let's lock that for the moment. Let's do some exploring here. Because the typical, I also have reference images up on my computer too, just in case. Could do something like. Not a bad idea. Let's not do that. Let's pull this color for schnickies, and sometimes I just block stuff out because I want to look to see kind of what it looks like, and then I'll go back and add in the details afterwards. So this is very, reminiscent of how I do pages and anything else. Sometimes you just have to block out what you're thinking and then make adjustments from there. Minus, there we go. Put this in front, arrange, bring to front. So maybe we'll make some kind of like cross, kind of like a, not like a gi. I don't even know what uniform would be considered or called. Definitely need to do, we're going to make a duplicate of these hands. Duplicate. These are going to change a little bit here. Alright, yeah, let's do something more like that. Looking back and forth at my references here, just kind of getting an idea. Lots of face coverings. I don't think I want to do face covering. I could do a mask, but I'm like, nah. Looking at stuff like Kakashi, thinking of that. Thinking about other ninjas. I guess technically Naruto's a cat? No, he's a fox, I guess, because of the nine tails. I always think of him whenever he has like the whiskers on his side of his face. I always think of him as a cat, not as a fox. And then I remember, oh yeah, the nine tails is his spirit, or essentially like a spirit animal. But I remember he's more akin to a fox than a cat. Which I still think it's weird that he ended up like associating with the toads. The frogs. There's the two tails, that's a flame cat, yeah. Oh, that's what, hey, okay. That's not something I want to mess with. We're gonna pause on that. We want to do, no. So this is probably going to go back behind him. Copy, paste. Let's just make this one a little bigger. Let's change a little bit. Yeah. We'll copy those. This one's going to be fun because it's, we have objects that are going to go in front of and behind him, so I'm going to have to remember to turn those off at some point too, so that they don't mess with some of my other designs when I go to design. So there we go. We've got his little tied up behind him. We'll define a bunch of this stuff out once we get really into manipulating the works and the designs of this. So let's go back to this clothing for the moment. We're gonna have to go back and put borders around everything and stuff too up there. Because our other clothes, like our hat, yeah, see how it has like a border around it? Same thing with the... Oh, I could use... Okay, that's not a bad idea. Let's do... This is gonna go... Yeah, we're gonna do a double... Okay, so this is the cool part. We have to pick this. This button, okay. We do this. We do this. Right, same thing here. Do this. Do this. Yeah. We're gonna, yeah. Copy, paste. Transform, let's reflect that across. Yeah, there we go, like a double. So instead of doing like the vest style here, where they kind of cuts up and it has more face value in the front here, we're gonna leave it like this little cross vest style, like that. I think is the idea. Then we can give him little swords on his back. I think that'd be fun. That also gives us the ability to then take his arms and move them around in this space and do different things with them too if we want to, so. I know with the safety vest one, since it's all one piece, but I think with this, I want this one to go over top of it, kind of get that like this one's going underneath this one, so I have to do some work with the outlining and stuff to get it so that it looks like it's going underneath. Check my references here. And I just did a Google search for Anime Ninja, which is bringing me up a lot of different stuff, a lot of AI stuff, but a lot of Naruto, a lot of Ninja Scroll. I'm surprised no Samurai Champloo, but I guess that's more samurai than ninja. Ninja Gaiden keeps popping up. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, so let's do something similar. So we got a little detailed here. These guys don't really get detailed. They're just kind of round. I don't know if I want to do that here. Okay, let's at least make it wrap around a little bit at the beginning here. I want it to have a different profile than what the safety vest looks like. So. Okay, let's do something similar down here. Just put 2 points in. Yeah, something like that. Let's make this a little bit better. Weird song. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Copy, paste, reflect. Oh, interesting. The body shape is just a little bit different from left to right. Which is fine. Which means each one of these has to be done individually. That's fine. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get away with it just duplicating them across, but that is not the case. Which is good, because it's more hand-drawn that way. It's embracing the imperfections is what it is, right? Okay, so if we take this one, let's make it light. here so you can see. Yeah, so it's behind. Cool, cool, cool. So I should be able to do a couple different things here. Let's see. Oh, not blend. Inside. So we want to do some inside work here. Okay, so, oops, interest, wait, what are you doing here? Okay, intersect, why are you being hunky-dory? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm just kind of messing around with it at the moment, trying to see what I can do to make a little bit of a, give it a little zhuzh. Give it that material feeling. Definitely need some work, but we'll get it figured out. Gotta get the folds and stuff like that down. Give it a little bit more pop. You hear all my scrolling is because I'm looking at references, double checking things, seeing what I feel like. The interesting thing about Naruto is they wear like almost like army vests or like different, they wear vests. They're thick, they're padded. It's interesting. I definitely want the cross body thing where they two cross each other. Do want that. But I gotta figure out how to make that look correct. Once I get that done, then I can do the outlining. I guess a character from One Punch Man is a ninja as well. Funny part is that like a lot of those shows and a lot of artwork use mesh a whole bunch. I don't know how mesh would be associated with ninja, but okay. I could give him some kind of belt too. I'm not sure about that. Like some of them have some kind of like sash or whatever that goes across. Oops. Still inside. Like some of them give like some kind of beltish sash that finishes off. Don't know if that's necessary or not. I'd have to put it up a little bit higher. You'd have to go underneath his arm. It's definitely going to close off some of our ability to do different arm positions. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it. We can revisit it later and see if there's reason to put it back on there, but... I'm seeing some other examples here. I kind of like... You give him sleeves. The sleeves kind of make a difference, too. Interesting, I didn't think of that before. Their arms... We could blank out the entire thing. Anyway, what the hell did you just do? What the heck is that? Why is it not picking the right color? That's an eyedropper. Pick the blue. Wait, what's happening here? Why is it in grayscale? Sometimes, computer. Oh my god, it did go back to grayscale. It fucking did. What the shit? Okay, that one's new. I'm gonna save this real quick. It feels like it's gonna crash. Something's wrong. That's weird. No, it went back to grayscale again. Why is it doing that? What the shit? Maybe if I do this one? Okay. Okay. I think I figured out what I'm doing wrong. Any of this stuff that's on the inside makes it so that that image is no longer, or that piece is no longer, it's essentially see-through, is what it is. Okay, so we should be able to... Hey, Sunny gifted us up. Thank you, Sunny. Midnight Griff. Hello, Midnight Griff. Hopefully you're in here. If not, that's okay. But you got a sub to our channel, so appreciate that. You should definitely come watch. Okay, I think it's working correctly now. I think I figured out what I messed up on. Okay, so let's copy this. Let's put it with the hands. Thinking we're gonna make little sleeves. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, look at that. We got some bots in here already. Let's leave it right there for the moment. We got about 50 seconds before our first break that's coming up here. We are going to run about 3 minutes of ads, and I'm going to take a short respite, go and grab something to drink, go check on the dog, go to the bathroom, any number of those things I'm going to try to do in that little 3-minute break. And then we will be back and keep working on more stuff for our second hour of our stream today. So that's kind of the way I run things around here, is we pause for the break. It gives me a chance to do stretches or anything like that. And then we go from there. This way you don't miss anything. And then if I do get back and people have questions or who have subscribed, we talk about those for a minute. Do different things like that during that break for people that are subbed to the channel. But yeah, I definitely need to come up with like a solid intro to the breaks. Like, I feel like I need one, right, Sonny? That sounds about right. I need a solid this is what's happening. This is what's going to happen. We'll be back. I gotta also double check and make sure the Firebot does its thing correctly. If not, I have to do it manually. But yeah, we will pause. Nothing will happen during that time. I promise. No secrets will be divulged. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Ads are up. Hey, and the thing worked. So, we are in the break. Okay. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Be nice to each other. Say one nice thing about somebody else in the chat. There you go.
Sonny_Ruth says big stretch.
Okay, I'll do the stretches. Ugh. Sonny, you are number one in my book. There you go. Perfect. Self-affirmations are also a good thing to have. So I do appreciate that, Sonny. That's a good one. Okay, we are almost back. Still got another minute of break time here. We finish, or we continue with our ninja. Not sold on the clothes quite yet. Gotta figure out some way to make that work. But this is the thing, is I can either go complicated or I can go simple. I gotta figure out what simple looks like. Because I don't think I want to go complicated with it. Man, how about that? We get right to the end of our break and a song change happens. Can't time it any better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Almost like I knew what I was doing, and I don't know what I'm doing. So there you go. But I will take it. Welcome back. We are back from our break. So I'm thinking I'm thinking something here. Don't know about the... We'll mess with the sleeve thing here in a second. Where is that at? There it is. Okay, let's see. Move this out here. Move that there for now. I'm trying to decide if like we need to cover him up all the way. If that's the case, then we move the hands above. And we make little sleeve guards for him. And then we can still do this crossover thingamabob. Is this still set to... No, that should be set to normal. That one's set to normal as well. What did I do to this thing? Why is it being funky? Expand. Nope, that didn't do anything. Okay, so. Ooh, okay, so if I do that. I have a brilliant idea. Okay, let's do this. Lighten this down. Put this behind everything. Let's pick this one, but we're going to get rid of... Put another point here. Bam, 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 bam. There. I'm going to get rid of those points. And then we're going to do that so that's nice and straight there. Then we can take this guy. We could actually make a third color if we wanted to. Do like that. Then we would have our kind of cross body kimono, not kimono, gi style ninja suit. Something like that. I think I like that. I do like that a little bit better. Yeah, something like that. That's better. That simplified things down a little bit. It made it so that it's not a bunch of open airspace. We can still do the hands anywhere we want in here. We'll just give him sleeves so that it makes it work out the way we want it to work out. Cool. Yeah, we'll make... Make little sleeves here. Let's do them. Yep, still sees it as clear. I don't know how to change those back. There's something. Oh, edit mask. That's what it is. It adds a mask to it. Okay, so I should be able to go into. Where is it? Not the transform. Not the swatches. Not the alignments. Not the if properties. Property? Okay. Well, we'll go here. Can we just click on this and get rid of the clipping group? Nope, that got rid of the whole thing. I feel like there's a way to get rid of the clipping group, but I don't know what it is. Draw pencil vector. I have two of them. I want to get rid of those. I want those to go back to being paths. Clean up shape. Can't convert it to shape. Can't do any of that stuff. Select the whole thing. Maybe. Clean up shape. Convert to shape. Two objects not converted to shape. Perspective. Even if I expand it, it's not going to do anything. Yeah, there's got to be a way. I know in Photoshop they have a clipping path option and you can modify it, but I don't see. These are our properties, but it doesn't have any special properties assigned to it. Info is not going to give me anything. Transform, not going to line, history swatches. Yeah, none of these are going to give me what I want. Can I add new fill, add new stroke? No. Okay, so I don't think this is a. Can I ungroup it? No. Do convert to shape. Yeah, let's just undo that for now because I don't know what it did. Oh, release clipping mask. There it is. God damn. Damn it, Bobby. I knew it was there somewhere. I was just like, I couldn't remember where it was. Release clipping mask. Okay. Now we got it. Yay. So we should be able to, yeah, okay. It's the clipping mask that does it, because the clipping masks are clear. Copy, paste. So we can close up that. There we go. Let's group these up at the moment so that we can make sure that they go together. There we go. So now I can move them around. Yay! Like that. Yeah, there we go. How about that, Sonny? Starting to look like a ninja. At least that's my feeling. Okay, so I want this to fit him a little bit better, so that's good. Nope, don't want that one. We want this one. Okay, so that's good. Actually bring that up to there. Okay, so this is going to be a double. Let's go out here. There you go. Fits his body a little bit better now. Because he's kind of an egg-shaped little character. Yeah, I like that better. We could make these a little bit thinner too if we wanted. As well, they don't have to be as thick. I think we want to make them go to the outside of his uniform here. Yeah. Let's add another point. A lot of this is like, what can I hide, or how do I hide some of this behind some of the other pieces? Good. Let's add another point here. Same thing as at the other side. Right. There we go. I feel like that's a little bit better. I think I want this to be, yeah, I want that part in the middle where he's got his little chesties hanging out. I want that to be a little bit more centralized and even. Like I said, we'll come back and we'll work on all these little detailed points and stuff like that after, once we get the blocking for everything kind of wrapped up. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I think I definitely want to make this smaller though up here. You know what, let's leave that there. Let's bring these down. Yeah, there we go. Better. Better. Let's save that real quick. Some days I can move fast, some days I move slow. It just depends on what the image is, graphic, how I'm feeling, how I'm doing with it. Those kind of type of things. I think, okay, so we put these little guys in the back behind his head. I think, okay, Sonny, this is where I need your input. So hopefully you're still here. Give me a I'm still here if you're still here. Or if you're in chat and can respond. Give me a hell yeah. Okay, he's there. Do we go with Sword Ninja or do we go with Kunai Ninja? Which one do you think? So this is, you get this choice because you bullied the vote on this one, so you get to choose what weapon you would like him to have. Are we going sword or are we going kunai? Are we going ninja star? Even though I think I would go more kunai than ninja star. This is our budget Naruto is what this is. This is budget Naruto. I think if I was really gonna really play into it, I would take the blue and turn it into red and make it the... Oh, I should! Kunai or sword? Should we go... I think we should definitely probably go kunai, but... I think we're gonna go Naruto themed because you always throw up the eyes. I think I'm making that decision now. I'm being inspired. Kunai. Okay. Kunai. The Akatsuki? Katsuki? Can't remember what it is. So if we're gonna do that, that means we need to go over into the red. Katsuki. Yeah, that's what it is. Akatsuki. Akatsuki. Akatsuki? I gotta look at how it's spelled. Aka. No, it's Akatsuki. Yeah. So now I gotta find some examples of what that looks like. I know they have red with the little cloud on the front of it. Do they have red on the sleeves too? No, it's red on the inside of the sleeves, and it's more of a zipper style. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not do that. It was a good idea at first, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Let me look around. Let me see if there's anything else that would really lend itself. Yeah, theirs is a very, very unique garb that they wear, so I don't think that's gonna work for what we're gonna do. It was a fun idea to entertain for a second, but yeah, I just don't think it's gonna work. Okay, back to our normal ninja. We had a blue for the moment. We can always change it up later. That's the fun part. Recoloring is part of the game, which is okay. Okay, so we need to get... Let's work on these sleeves a little bit here. Okay, so to do this, we need to do something like that. Then we gotta do this, make it darker. We're gonna send it backward. Range, then to back. Okay. Needs to be just light enough that it can be noticeable. Might have to make these lighter. Definitely gonna have to mess with that a little bit more, but okay. Let's just make it that color, the full thing for now. Yeah, that's better. We could add a little bit more detail to it. Kind of like we did here with these little bumps. I don't know if that's 100% necessary. We'll see. I think for some of the other stuff I rounded off some of the corners. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Let's see. Let's make this the same color. Same thing here. We'll adjust it down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I think that's better-ish. We could change it up a little bit. Kind of trying to figure out what style I want for those sleeves. I'm always looking at stuff and I'm like, I need to make this more complicated. And then I'm like, I could add, you know, a little fold here, a little shine here, a little shot. I'm like, no. Remember, well, part of this has to be simple. It can't be too complex, otherwise then we start to lose, like, we're going more into comic and less into, like, illustration. So illustration is a little bit more simplified in this context of what we're doing. Let's see, what do they have? They have... There's a banana cat, a ninja. Symbol, okay. %. I was kind of debating this with some posts that I had saw online from other illustrators when they were talking about, like, most of your work when you're doing illustrations is research, going and looking for information, or, you know, other people's artwork, or tracking down, you know, time period, clothing, whatever it is. There's so many different things that you could do research on. And I was like, yes, I agree with that in some ways, and then in some ways I was like, no. And then I get to this point and I'm sitting here looking through Google Images, trying to figure out what type of style I want to put for this ninja, and I'm like, yeah, it's true. A lot of time you spend just doing research and looking through different types of images and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of agree. It makes a sense. I wonder. I wonder if the sleeve needs to be bigger. Yeah, kind of. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna flip it, select, so we make sure that they're all the same. Yeah, I think that kind of works. I think that kind of works. Duplicate. Get rid of that. Oops, wrong thing. It looks crazy there. There we go. As I say, the shine is just on the wrong side. It makes him look like he's off looking in space. We don't want that. Let's see. Let's see. I want to try something different on these guys. Let's go here. It's a little bit more fancy, but I don't know if that's necessary. The simple ones might be good too. I definitely kind of like the way they're thin, but I also don't like the way that they're that thin. I do want them to go back and forth over each other. Kind of like that idea. That might be too complicated for what we're doing here. Like I said, sometimes I get overdoing the design and I add more, make things more complicated than they probably should be. Okay, we have two different versions of that. That one, or just the simple tie. I like how spicy that one is, but it's a little too spicy. I think the simple one still works. Okay, so kind of have most of it blocked out. That's good. Let's build the little kunai. Should be relatively simple. It's butt plate shaped, but just long, right? That's how that works, right? Kunais are typically delivered all kinds of different shapes. Interesting. The more Naruto are those obelisk style shaped ones. But the older generation ones actually had 3 prongs on them. Yeah, I see that. 3 prongs. I guess that was in the show too, so they did pay homage to some of that. Kunai are typically just any kind of short blade that's heavily weighted on the end, from what I understand. They don't necessarily have to be this shape per se. It makes it kind of fun to make them that shape. Yeah, we'll just go with that. We'll go with that shape, which is good. Now we just have to get the right proportions for it. So let's see. This is a little bit too big. A little handle. Kind of goes like this. We could mess with it a little bit if we wanted to. What it would look like if I went the opposite direction. Yeah. We're gonna change it up just a little bit just to be original. You know, because everybody loves originality. Kind of looks like a mini Buster Sword is what it kind of looks like. Let's see. Oh, I gotta remember I have to outline all of this too, so maybe sharp is fine for now. Okay, so let's combine these. Combine. Oh, wait a second. Copy. You know what? Let's just not do that. Let's just. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Paste that there. So we're going to do an object transform. We're going to scale. Should bring up, let me double check, make sure that's popping up on the screen. Yep, it is. And then we can just scroll down here and get the hole that we want in it the right size. Let's go about 50%. Nah, let's go up a little bit. 55? 55 looks good. I'm just going to minus them from each other. Bam. Well, let's also make them grayish, blackish. That's fine. And then the last bit of detail that we can do let's make that a little bit less gray. Copy, paste. We're going to give it a little bit of a wrap here. Paste. It's okay if they're not even, it's fine. It's all about the look right now, just flowing. Okay, and then we're going to do one more. This time we're going to flip it, reflect. We're going to put one that goes this way. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste it here. And we're going to flip it 180 degrees. Wow, that is very uneven. Transform, rotate. Yeah, something like that. So we get a little kunai style. Okay, we're going to group all of this together so that we make sure that it stays together. Definitely need to work on the kunai a little bit. Still not digging the shape quite yet. Maybe it's too long? Might have to go with the classic one. Tried to get fancy here, but I don't know if it's working or not. Let's see. We want this one. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 down. And let's go ahead. Just go ahead and get rid of these two. They just look funky. Yeah, maybe it just needed to be short and stubby. The short stubby one. Yeah, there we go. That feels a little bit better. Does not have to be perfect. Yeah, we got ourselves a pretty good little ninja there. Yeah, so basically everything from here would be out processing and doing details. I've got all of the outlining and stuff to do on the character, highlights, stuff like that. What do we think? Do we think that's pretty much ninja? That gets a good ninja vibe going on it? I think the only other thing I was thinking about changing was that guy, but I don't think I like it. I think I like just the simple plain Ninja Turtles bands coming out the back here. Question is, make one. I think if I'm going to make it darker, then it's got to go to the back. Okay, so let's not do that then. Let's make this one lighter and bring it to the front. Yeah, then we're going to do some highlights up here on the top part. But let's boop doop doop doo. Do I like that one? Do I like that one? I like that one. Okay. Cool. Have you ever heard of magnetic chalkboard paint? Yes, I have. Do you have questions about magnetic chalkboard paint? Does it really make the wall magnetic? It will make it magnetic to a point, but it will not, like, you're not going to be able to throw something at it and really have it stick and hold. If you have little things, it will definitely, like, things that aren't going to weigh a whole bunch, it will work for some of that, yes. But don't expect to put like floating shelves or anything on it. It's not that type of magnet. But it works like a dry erase board. Think more like classic chalkboard, where you can put chalk and stuff on it. It's got that chalky feeling and everything, but like most chalkboards, it doesn't erase completely unless you like really wash it. So, but then it's paint too, so then it's 50-50. We've done a little bit of stuff with that before, and it's hit or miss, really. Like, it's depending on the application that you use it for. It really depends. Some people use the chalkboard paint, not the magnetic chalkboard paint, just the chalkboard paint, because they want that non-sheen look on stuff. So they want like that dead black, no shine whatsoever, flatter than flat. So they'll use the chalkboard paint for that. But for study like tutoring, I don't know, dude, to be honest. I think if I was going to do it, I would put it on a piece of plywood. This way, if it didn't go good, then I could just toss the plywood or cut the plywood up and use it for something else rather than putting it on my wall. Probably better to go with a dry erase board. Yeah, for temporary purposes, I would definitely say that. I can say, in my experience working in high-end homes, $1 million homes that we used to build and stuff like that, we would get requests for stuff like that all the time. Or I would say stuff like that, but weird stuff like that. But the difference is those homes that we were building, they were one and done, right? So you would build them, set them up, do all these fancy stuffs for them. If they wanted to change something or do something different, it would have required an entire teardown rather than just swapping something out. So I always err on the side of doing things more temporarily, especially in a lower income houses, apartments, anything like that. Things that you can take apart and get rid of or change out is much more ease of use rather than trying to paint a wall or do something like that. I know Mrs. Tahoe can speak to this about selling houses and stuff now, being a real estate agent, and anytime stuff like that is on the wall or whatever, it either has, most people either scrape it off or get it out of there or have to retexture the walls, or they repaint over it anyway. So it's kind of, and it ends up costing somebody more money in that long run. So it just depends. Whatever your use case scenario is. I know it's not super strong, the magnetic part of it. You could also buy a piece of acrylic from like a Home Depot or a Lowe's or something like that, which would be a dry erase board as well. So I think there are options if you're looking to make some kind of dry erase or something to be able to put stuff on to then be able to erase later. Fair, thank you for the input. Yeah, it's kind of, I never try to like, if somebody wants to do something or that they have their heart and soul set on something, I try not to like throw it under the bus, because what you want is what you want, and that's, that's fair. I can only give you like my experiences about not necessarily issues that I've run into with it, but just my observation on things that have come across my desk in the past, or things that I've worked on, and some people that have the money to just do things on a whim like that and then be like, nah, I don't want that, and then change it out is a thing. So, and if it makes people happy to be able to do how they want to do it, then that's fine. It is not mine to tell you. I think I ran into that a couple times, even like with Rachel when she was asking me at one point, what's the best flooring to put in her house? And I'm like, there's no such thing as that. There's no one size fits all for, this is the best product, do whatever. It's all, are you going to take care of it? Are you going to clean it? Are you going to make sure, XYZ happens with it? Like, if you do those, then yeah, it'll last forever, but there's nothing that will do that by itself. So it's not, the product isn't going to make that difference. It's going to be whoever buys it that's going to make that difference. When we bought our home in 2010, we moved in, we came and looked at the house and looked at all the stuff, and we're like, oh, this is really cool, we can do XYZ, and the paint is still good, so we're gonna be fine, and everything looks great. Fast forward a few months, people that lived here moved out, we finally get the keys, go into the house, and they had painted around all of the furniture. So the whole house was 2 colors because they didn't want to move the furniture when they painted. So we ended up having to paint the entire inside of the house. So that's the kind of stuff you kind of run into, things that happen with that. Like, you can choose to do that, save some money, whatever. That's totally up to you. It kind of screwed us over in the long run, but there's nothing that will do that by itself. So it's not, the product isn't going to make that difference. It's going to be whoever buys it that's going to make that difference. So It made them happy. They were happy with, I guess, knowing that there was that they could never move their furniture ever. Otherwise it would expose all of the bad paint and stuff that they had in there, but that was a fun one to come in and it'd be like, oh no. Also didn't help that Mrs. Tahoe was about to have a baby, so that was like double oh no. I think I want that. I'm gonna do little outlines around all the stuff. I was suggested it over a dry erase board and was like, I've never heard of it. Yeah, it's been in, like, it's had mixed reviews for the years that it's been around. Some people can use it very effectively and it works. Some people, it's terrible and it just leaves crap all over the place or comes off or whatever it is. So it really just depends. They were the sweep it under the rug and not their type. Yeah, basically. Somebody else will fix this. Ooh, that's the one. This one. What is this color? That one. That one. So I try to be objective about whatever. If anybody asks for advice, I'm like, well, you could do, like I said, X, Y, Z, but you never know. Like, you never know what you're going to run into or what's, you know, like you could get halfway through painting it on the wall and it starts to eat away at the stuff underneath. Like, who knows? Or could have a reaction or not want to stick or... The other part of it is like if it's too thin on the wall, then it could... you could be damaging the wall underneath with the chalk or whatever it is that you're going to use on it. So it's hard to say with those type of cases. I can, off of my observations and stuff like that, I can say it's kind of in between. I don't know if I would use it on my walls, for a couple different reasons, but I don't know. I would say for like a craft project or like if I had a spare piece of plywood that I was going to put it on, I'd probably be okay with that. But I don't think I'd put it on my walls for sure. Okay, so that's kind of like the detailing. When I talk about go back and do details, so in this world of Stitch Tales, our main character gets a black outline around him. That's defines him and the other main characters in the story. Anything else that's not a main character gets an outline, but the outline is associated with whatever the object is that they're that it's connected to. So like this is that metal buckle plate style, you know, thing. So it gets a gray outline. It won't get a black one. So I get to go through and do those all around too. Not a bad thing, just different. Question is, do we want to put in copy paste? we go. Yeah, that's kind of fun. All right, we are 28 seconds. We're about 25 seconds away from our next break here. Our last one before we end our stream. So I think we're going to save it here. We're going to hold off. We're going to do our break, and then we'll do our ending stream stuff, and then we'll get out of here because I've got some stuff to go do today. So that is the plan at the moment. But we got a ninja. I think we got a good ninja here. Still got some details to do, but it's pretty close. I think that turned out pretty good. Hey, look at that. Ads are up and running. Bam. Nice and fast today. Okay, let's double check our challenge. We are currently at 4%, 2,132. That's from Mr. Sunny and from B-Shack. Thank you all. Yeah, just looking a little bit. Kind of looks like Patch in that assistant photo there. Kind of just hunkered down, just laying on his own arms. He does that a lot. That's kind of his thing. Alright, let's see, what else? Oh, that one's ready to go. There we go. Yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Sonny? You think our ninja's coming out pretty good? I feel like I definitely had to go closer to the Naruto-esque vibe. I think that will definitely resonate with people way more. Looking good, yeah. I have one other idea that I want to do. So, like, most of those characters have, like, bandages wrapped around, like, an arm, leg, foot, something like that. I think I'm going to take a little bit of the wrap that I have around the kunai and put it on his tail, just for funsies. The tail of the headband makes me think of Ryu from Street Fighter. Yeah. It's kind of that was the classic like style of that. The Ninja Turtles really started that back in the day, and then it just kind of went from there. Any kind of 90s comic book that you saw had a very straightforward, cut triangle out of those ribbons for some reason. This was a style that I grew up drawing tons and tons. And very, very familiar. Hello, stream. Welcome back. Hi. Hi. How are you doing? See, I've opened up a whole door now where I can do that anytime that I want, and now it's going to be fun. Did you see Reincarnated Vending Machine has a second season this season? Yeah, I did see that. It looks like it's actually might be getting good, so I might have to go back and start that one. I hadn't started it because I was doing a bunch of other shows, but I've had to cut back a little bit because I started doing more streams and my own creative stuff and events and things. I had to make a shift to be like, okay, I can watch shows on my off times, like when I take my daughter to climb and stuff like that, but I have to intersperse that with like doing different work and stuff like that. No, I hadn't gotten into it quite yet. I keep seeing clips all over the place. That's the problem, is like I get even if I'm not watching a show, I see so many clips that I'm like, okay, this goes on the list of ones that I want to check out at some point. But if I'm going to watch it, like I'm going to start it and then I'll probably get obsessed with it. And then I'll have to dedicate the whole season to a day or two and just bust it all out kind of thing. Yeah, I'll have to binge all of the things. Sometimes when I have like writer's block or creative block, even with this kind of stuff, I'll sit down and I'll watch a couple episodes of something, and that will like, I'll see something, I'll be like, oh, that's what I could use for that part. So I kind of use it for those things now too. I have binged many shows, I know. I'm trying to think, what was the last one? Oh, I think it was the first season of Apothecary Diaries. And it hadn't finished yet, but I think it was like 10 episodes in. And I think I watched the first 2. Oh, no, I think those are 24, aren't they? Are there 24 episodes in that? Either way, it was one. There are, okay. So it was closer to being done. It had to have been around 20 that it was like 4 episodes from finishing. And I had seen a clip and I was like, you know what? I'll go watch the first episode. Actually 12 and 12, I think. Okay, for the first and second. Either way, whatever it was, in like 2 days, I just binged the whole thing and got caught up and then was just obsessed with watching that show. So, and then when the second season, I had every week, I had to watch it. Watch. I wasn't going to let that one slip by me at all. Okay, let's see. We're going to switch over to Canva. Boop. We're going to do our rundowns here. Alright, so Wednesday stream is done. We will be back on Friday for another 9 to 12 stream. We'll probably go back to, depending on what I want to do, might work on the Ninja a little bit more because we're in that cleanup phase. But definitely going to get back towards working on book pages and stuff like that too. So we will be back on Friday for more art streams. The other thing to watch out for is on Sundays, we do a live podcast from 7 to 9 p.m. Just me and Dreamer, Mrs. Tahoe, just talking about different things in life and figuring out all the little things that we have in common and want to share with each other, and what that looks like in the future now that our kids are getting a little bit older, starting to do their own things. Yeah, trying to figure out life. Life is hard. Sometimes you have to sit down and think about it and talk about it. So that's what's going on there for our stream schedule. Just an update from Monday, because I filled this out, updated it. We do have a little bit of progress we've made on book pages. We have nothing to report for today because we didn't work on any pages today, but slowly getting there. This is just all my estimations, but we'll get back to more of that stuff pretty quick here and keep going. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's just about it. Did I miss anything, Sonny? Was there anything else I needed to mention or mess with? Make sure, and if you have any questions about anything that I'm working on or doing, you can feel free to leave a comment on the video, either on YouTube or you can come by Twitch and chat with me live if you would like to. All of those are options, so yeah, that's what we got going on. But thank you, B-Shack. Thank you, Sonny, for coming by and chatting with me today. Always good time. I will be back Friday and we'll go from there. So have a good afternoon and I'll see you next time. Bye.